Hi, we are at Zebra's 504 meeting for bleh. Hello, my wonderful audience. Today we are at Hyperactive ADHD and Zebra. We've been talking about Zebra, and again, just to recap, probably about, I think, 8 to 10% of the world has ADHD. Their brain wiring is different. Okay, it's unique, it's different, it can be annoying, it can be beautiful if you wield it correctly. If these kids find out ways to use it in an awesome way, it will totally benefit society. I am telling you, people with ADHD have some superpowers if wielded correctly. Okay, so we're at Zebra and we talked about hyperactive ADHD, and there's 9 systems, and when you go to get tested, you have to score 6 in the 9 with hyperactivity, and it has to be before age 12. Okay, so preschool to 10th grade, just a reminder, it's going to be super hard for this kid and their family in school. It just is. It's going to be difficult. Okay, you got a kid that's bouncing around all over the place at a place that requires a lot of sitting. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. If you're really unhappy about your school system, either one, you're really rich and you can go and afford some one-on-one ADHD school, or a school just for ADHD, a private school. You could homeschool. But in the public school system, and even in private schools, for the most part, it is a lot of sitting. And hopefully good schools get more movement going in individual classrooms, also use movement. So take a breath. You've got this. If we develop some strategies for self-regulation and social awareness and follow through on strategies, these kids will be amazing. So we went over this the last episode. Zebra's really hyperactive, wants to touch everything, some teachers just think Zebra is so annoying, and some teachers love Zebra in their energy, right? So yeah, peers either think Zebra's annoying or hilarious. This is a one or the other. Hyperactivity is like, you like them, you don't like them, kind of thing, right? Teachers of Zebra, it depends on the teacher also. Some teachers who just like a lot of stamina, mental brain power, where you sit in a seat all the time, and there's a time and place for that. They're going to struggle with Zebra, and Zebra's going to struggle in those classes. Jim is awesome, frequently out of his seat at the worst time, like a student will be talking and Zebra will just walk over and not even like notice that somebody's giving a presentation. Play fighting in the hall. Again, we went over this the last episode, so you can go back and watch that one. But we're actually at the 504 meeting now. So what happens when Zebra shows up? I have his parents here. Parents, school counselor, all their buddies. See, all your love, right? Team Zebra. Okay, and Zebra, you're going to join them too. So here we're going to kind of have a discussion with Zebra. Okay, so welcome to Zebra's 504 meeting. And you know what? This child probably loves sports because sports allow a lot of movement. This is a main pattern that I have seen. The body wants to move. What better way than sports? So I might invite a coach. So teachers, counselors, if you're watching this with this child with hyperactivity, yeah, why not invite a coach or Zoom in, or I don't know. I feel like the more people involved that Zebra respects and looks up to, I think it would be so good to have a coach there. Also, I still recommend all the adults who Zebra loves and respects, parents, aunties, uncles, older brothers and sisters, coaches, jot down your boring responsibility they do every day in order to have fun. Trying to learn how to prioritize our time. Yeah, so I think that would be helpful. With this child, we have a realistic discussion and we say, you know what? You have some superpowers. You have more energy. You have like superior energy comparatively to the rest of the world. It's amazing. So how can we use it where you feel successful and maybe you help others? So you'd be a great coach. You could be a great teacher. Like, I don't know, there's so many things you could do. Paramedic, things that require a challenge because we know you can handle a challenge. Having those positive discussions like, this is your superpower. Okay. If we use it correctly, wow, you're going to have an amazing life. If you make wise choices, you are going to be so fun, adventurous, spontaneous. You have a zest for life, zebra. I love you in my life, right? If you make wise, smart choices, yes. Zebra has awesome energy to use, right? But again, we need to use it wisely. You can still have fun, but you have to do your responsibilities first. So I also recommend with this one, with hyperactivity, finding role models or positive celebrities and sports figures with hyperactive ADHD, positive ones that have worked through some of their hyperactivity. There's plenty out there. I would just research a few. What is their story? Make it a fun family challenge for all of you. Okay? They have an obstacle, they overcome it, and now maybe they're super successful. A kid with hyperactive ADHD tends to like role models that also have as much energy as they do. Okay, so this is not on the legal document, but at this meeting, our target behavior is self-control and regulation. This child needs to have movement after school. A lot of movement, a lot of opportunities to move. Get this child in an after-school sport, something. Okay, with this child, I would not hop right into homework after school in a calming time. I would save it for later. With inattentive ADHD, I would do the homework and schoolwork probably first, and then maybe some external motivator. This one doesn't sleep well. So calming strategies before you go to bed would be helpful. So sports, body activity first. Then the routine of family quiet time should happen. This child is also motivated by things, tangible things Zebra can earn. Video games. I don't know. Sometimes it's food, and again, we all wish that we were internally motivated and just wanted to do the right thing. That doesn't happen with everybody. It just doesn't. So everyone should get involved. You decide as a family, 7 to 8 p.m., 8 to 9 p.m. This is our quiet time. And we're as a family, not in your individual rooms doing your individual thing. We got to get over that, America. That's not helping a lot of us. Okay, we got a lot of kids now that they're not building community within their own family. So, all together, kitchen table, out in the living room. I don't know. It's quiet. You're doing your work. Okay. Have a structure at home. Again, family gets involved. Okay, fidgets. Okay, so I know a lot about fidgets. I worked in an EBD program for a long time, and then I worked in regular ed. I'm going to tell you some good ones. Okay, these little pipe cleaners, you know why they're good? Because they're quiet. And I can just do this. Those little tech decks or whatever they call it, they're the most annoying fidgets. Do not give your students these. Okay, they do all these cool flips, and then all of a sudden the whole class is watching this kid do all these cool tricks. Don't do it. That's a stupid fidget. In a classroom, no. What about this one? I mean, it looks kind of funny. I don't know, maybe? It's just an idea. Again, these are ideas. I wouldn't do a Rubik's Cube because they just get so obsessed with it, and it makes noise. It does when I'm talking. I've seen kids do the Rubik's Cube, and they're not really all listening to me. Oh my gosh, this thing, it's not even working. Don't do it. It does. It makes little spinny noises while I'm teaching. And this thing. I've seen people, no, they just try to slap their neighbor. Stupid. Don't do it. This is dumb. Okay, what about fidgeting? Do you know how to fidget with your legs? I did this all through school. Has anybody ever taught zebra to fidget? Move their toes in their shoes? Huh? Okay, this is my teacher cuss book. Darn it to heck. Doodling would work with this kid. Not inattentive ADHD because they'll just get distracted. Okay? With this kid, they need something to do while they're listening. This one I would recommend for hyperactive ADHD. Okay, so smileys. Okay, let's review. That, pipe cleaner, no tech deck. Maybe, it might look a little weird with 8th grade. No Rubik's Cube. No and no. Move your dang feet. Learn how to do it naturally. You don't even have to buy something. And coloring. Okay. Gum. I'm a big fan of gum. Keep that jaw going. Or mint. I don't know. I am. I'm a big fan of gum, and some of you are just rolling your eyes right now because you hate it. Okay, what's not on the 504? Okay, a great school, if they can do it, give this kid gym all year long. And I'm sorry, electives. I'm sorry, art. I'm sorry, music. I'm sorry, world languages. I'm sorry. Would I love this kid to be well-rounded? Absolutely. But if this child does not get movement all year round, he's just setting up for just a disaster in the classes mainly that require sitting. So, yeah, movement. A great teacher will use short to the point directions on assignments and conversations. Chunk out big projects, same as inattentive ADHD. Keep a positive relationship with Zebra. And Zebra and Igor, both of them love humor. You use humor with this child, you can go a long way. Allow Zebra a standing desk, if you have one, or a place in the back. Use external incentives to get to class on time. Again, that's a teacher's choice. So, yeah, use a point sheet. I use point sheets with kids sometimes. Like, if you made a class on time, I'll check it off. You get something by the end of the week. I don't know, but not all teachers will do that, though, because, again, that's our own money. Use a point sheet. Team Zebra up with positive peers. Connect with coaches. Get Zebra in an active, structured after-school program. Go to Zebra's games. And also, this child is so helpful and has empathy. And if you can have this child do physical errands like, hey, sharpen all these pencils. Would you do that for me? Could you sharpen all of these? Hey, I have to, could you bring this to the nurse? Here's a pass. I'm supposed to give this to the nurse or down to the office. Would you run down there and run back? Okay. All right. I don't know. Would you help me stack the table? And then praise, praise, praise. Again, everything is external with this child. So what's on the 504? Finally, legally, okay. The discussion is to get Zebra a full year of Phi-Ed, but we're not putting that on a legal 504 because some schools can do that and some can't, depending on the state and their requirements. So, Zebra will be taught how to fidget quietly. That's a discussion. Okay, so what's on it? Regular ed teachers will allow extended time up to 1 week, depending on assessment. Follow an organizational checklist that Zebra uses. Allow preferential seating or standing for Zebra, dependent on the classroom setup. What's up? Allow Zebra to appropriately use a calming strategy, such as fidgets or doodling during class, and Zebra may carry around a daily or weekly point sheet for an external incentive. Say hi, Sai. Hi. All right, so that's the 504. All right, next episode, I'm just wrapping up ADHD and moving on. Bye, y'all.